Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I have war number 11 of season 24. This is path 7. This is a Punisher fight on kinetic transference. Nothing crazy here. I am bringing Ghost Wasp synergy later down the line. I'm planning on blasting through with a 200% tech boost with Ghost. Should be a fun time. He does throw a random heavy, throws his SP1, means I do have to block and trigger that kinetic transference a little bit, a little less than idea, but not that big of a deal. Ramp up to a single SP2 and the fight is mine. And then this second video here, this first fight is a Dormammu on encroaching stun. Again, I'm spoiled. My alliance takes out the global before we even have to take this section 2 set of fights. So this Dormammu, even though he is a protect defender, I don't have to worry about that. So I have that 200% boost. Essentially, all I got to do is build up to an SP2 and then just murk him. It will be an absolutely great time later on down the path here. I think I get to take on a Mojo, and that gets a little dicey, but Dormammu, build an SP2. I take a little bit of recoil damage, drop my SP3, and it's a good time. Honestly, I don't think Dormammu is like a huge threat. Typically speaking, I would bring like Torch or something, but if we're getting to wait for the global to go down, then I might as well ghost him. As long as there's no anti-ghost mechanics, it's just a free fight, especially since I'm already planning on boosting and I have that Ghost Wasp. It really just makes it easy. Next up, I have a Modok. For this Modok, I did bring Archangel, and I am going to pop like full boosts here all the way through, and then just jump in and take down this Modok. I'm going to pop an invulnerability boost as well. I'm healing up Ghost first just so that I don't forget, but also because I'm popping that invulnerability boost, I kind of am trying to make it carry all 3 fights if I can knock them down quick enough. So I'm trying to get the most out of that I can, and it actually does pay dividends later. I don't need to. If I had to, I could pop a second one. I've got plenty, but you know, that little bit of greed gets you a long way, especially when it pays off. So I'm jumping into this Modok. Archangel's a really good answer. The reason you need the invulnerability boost is just like on the off chance that the Modok does just never throw any specials, he can just ramp up to an SP3 and then just one-shot you. So that's really less than ideal. You can see with the boosts and attritions, I am taking a lot of damage, but as soon as I get that neurotoxin on, Modok just drops. So I'm not even like really trying to bait specials here. I was just fully planning on taking an SP3. He does throw his SP2, which puts like a weird slow on the fight. I get this stun from the neurotoxin dropping off, puts me into a heavy, followed up with another stun, and he goes down. Archangel, super great option for that. I don't know how well he would work if the Protect node was still on, but I don't foresee him triggering Protect very often, so probably still very, very good. I'm going to jump into this Bishop with Ghost. I think Bishop is good here because he has that kinetic transference and the multi-hits on the SP1 and the multi-hits on the SP2. You can get into like a really vicious cycle. The good news is that with Ghost, I don't have to worry too much about that. It's really just a matter of getting to an SP2. He's playing weirdly passive, unfortunately, so I am like trying to find a good opening here. You can see here that I choose to bait a heavy. I felt like that was the safest method, and was still just a little bit off of an SP2. So I do end up blocking this SP1. I'm going to dash all the way back to try and reset the AI. Unfortunately, it just causes him to drop his SP2, but that's okay. I'm finally at my L2. I'm going to punch into him and then drop mine, finish it off. It's a good, clean way to play. It is a very tight war, so I wanted to make sure that I played and opted for safety over any kind of like relative aggression outside of the invulnerability boost I went greedy on. So I'm gonna full heal. At the time of recording this, I think we were 1 death ahead. And we're like really, really close to pushing into tier 1, and we're trying to push into masters in general, so every attack bonus really counts. So I'm going to jump into this Modok. Now this Modok has Powerful from Afar and Spite. I have that invulnerability still active, at least for the first 60 seconds. Someone, if you know, if you go in with it up, do you get it for the whole fight, or do you only get it for the first 60 seconds and you have to just hope that it's triggered when you have it? it would be good for me to know. But I'm really just ramping up to the SP2, and then you can see here, I thought he was going to dash into me, and he ended up dashing backwards, put me in a bad spot. He's not down, so I'm just launching my specials back to back to back, hoping that I get the kill. Unfortunately, he only does one hit into me, so I couldn't even get like a reparry. So he does end up launching the L3. It is a big oh no moment for me, but I do have that invulnerability boost, and he's pretty much dead, so I'm going to come out of here, and I'm going to look for that like super sexy SP1 intercept. He does dash in at me, so I get it, and the fight is over. That could have been super scary. We do end up tying this alliance, unfortunately, but our war rating still went up. It goes to show that even if it's a tie, you do want to play for it, because while it's not ideal and it still technically counted as a loss, it's still better than losing. Of course, as always, let me know, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any tips. Always appreciate those, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.